Hey guys, so today I have a very exciting gerbil update for you. You guys ask for gerbil videos all the time and I don't do them too often, but as you can see in front of you, the gerbil's got a huge cage upgrade, so I definitely wanted to share it with you guys. I actually just got done putting this all together and redoing their cage, so I'm not going to be on camera in this video because I am way too sweaty and nobody needs to see what I look like right now. I'm sure you might see my reflection in the glass or something, but I'm not going to be in front of the camera. Today I'm just going to be focusing on their cage, telling you about their cage and their upgrades, and showing you chicken and waffles. So before I zoom in closer and show you everything in their cage, I'll just talk about the cage in general. If you guys don't know, Chicken and Waffles are my female pair of gerbils and they are in a 40-gallon aquarium. That is a pretty decent size for gerbils, but personally I thought it was a little too small because I do give them a little over a foot of bedding, and when they didn't have anything on top, I wasn't able to give them quite as much and they just didn't have as much space to run around. But it's really hard to find a cage topper for a 40-gallon. Most of them are just made for 10 gallons, but I actually found a person on Etsy that makes them themselves. They actually make cage toppers for any size cages, and so I got mine for a 40-gallon breeder. This video is not sponsored in any way by them. I paid for everything myself, but since it's so hard to find toppers, I thought I would just talk about it a lot in this video because I'm sure some of you might be interested in it also. So like I said, they're in a 40-gallon and now they have their cage topper extension. This time I'm using a brand new bedding. This is actually the Small Pet Select bedding. I've never tried this before, but putting it in their cage so far, I'm extremely happy with it. It's not dusty at all and it's super soft and really fluffs up, so I think they're gonna love burrowing and building tunnels in it. I am actually an ambassador for Small Pet Select, so I do have a link down in my description, and if you want to try out their bedding, you can use that link and you will save some money, and I actually get a little bit of money. So if you're interested in trying out any Small Pet Select bedding or hay or anything, make sure to use that link down in my description and go check that out. But other than the Small Pet Select bedding, they do have a layer of orchard grass by Oxbow. They absolutely love using hay to help build their tunnel, so I always give them a layer of hay. And then there are actually some tunnels and stuff hidden in there. My gerbil tanks usually look very bare, but that's because I usually bury most stuff in there when I build them, because if I don't, they just put them down there anyway, so it's just easier when they're already down there. So there are a couple bendy bridges and stuff hidden in there. Now that I've talked about the cage overall, let's take a little bit closer look at what's on the top level. So here is the super exciting part of this video. This is my new cage topper. Like I said, it is handmade by someone on Etsy, so it's definitely not perfect. You can see up here it's a little wavy and everything, but it is super secure. This is similar to the hardware mesh a lot of people use like for hamster bin cages, but as you can see, the bars are a little bit different and it's actually quite a bit stronger, it feels like. So it's definitely a good quality cage, and then this just sits directly on top of the aquarium. So you don't put a lid on the aquarium. That ball just fell all by itself because the gerbils are not even in their cage yet, but you just set it right on top of the aquarium and then it hangs down about 2 inches, so it's very heavy. They can't push it up or anything to get out. I do want to mention this does have a wire floor. I know a lot of people are probably going to freak out about wire floors because in general you never want any type of animal in a wired cage where they can't get away from it. The reason I think the wire is okay in this situation is they're not going to be spending a ton of time up here. My gerbils stay buried almost the whole time, so this is still going to be their main living space. This is where they're going to sleep and build all their tunnels and stuff. They're mainly just going to come up here to use their wheel and get their drink. So since they have a ton of space to get away from the wire and they don't have to be on the wire at all times, I don't think it's an issue. I would never have them just on wire because that can cause a lot of issues. Also, as you can see, let me just open up this door right here. I just got one with one big door on the front. You can customize them and get like doors on the top or the front. I just got the front one and it has a really secure latch. But you can see in here, I actually do have these little mats down under their wheels, just so when they jump on and off their wheels, they're not jumping right onto the wires. So that will help their feet also. The most exciting part about this, and the reason I really wanted to get a topper, is because they can finally have wheels again. Not all gerbils use wheels. My gerbils had a wheel in the past and they both absolutely loved it. But since 40 gallons are so shallow, it was really hard to keep wheels in there. And I didn't have space for 2 of them. And I actually think having 1 wheel is what caused Chicken and Waffles to start fighting when they had to be separated. So now that I have the space for 2 wheels and I don't have to worry about them putting bedding everywhere, I'm really excited. These are just some wheels from PetSmart and I zip tied them to the top. I'm hoping since they're zip tied to the top, they won't try to chew them or anything. These are 8.5-inch wheels, but if they don't chew them, I might upgrade them to Carolina Storm Express wheels because they're about 10 inches, but those wheels are pretty expensive, so I just want to make sure they're not going to chew them first. Because in general, I don't give gerbils any plastic because they chew everything super quick, so wheels are the only plastic I give them, so I just want to test it out first. So I gave them 2 wheels, so hopefully they don't fight, and then over here they just have their water bottle. You'll notice there's no food dish in here because I do scatter feed them. I just find it's easiest to scatter feed them and it keeps them busy and gives them lots of enrichment. And then over in this corner, this is where their sand bath is gonna go. I thought I had sand, but I didn't. I was gonna just steal some from my pet shop because I do stock it, but I'm actually out. So I need to order some of that. So as soon as the sand comes in, this jar will be their sand bath. For now, I just put some of their old bedding in here. So when I put them in, they have some of their old familiar smells. So that is everything in their cage. Like I said, it's pretty boring right now. They do have a few like woven balls down here to chew on. I usually give them new chews every few days because they go through them so quick. I'm sure these grass mats won't last long. So I'm gonna grab Chicken and Waffles real quick and we'll put them in. I didn't want to put them in before I started filming because they make a mess very quickly. So let's grab the gerbils and let them see their new cage. Okay, so I just have them in this little critter keeper right now. I'm gonna put them in here and then let them go and hope they don't run out the front door. So let's see. They're gonna be very curious. Gerbils are very curious to begin with. So I'm just gonna shut this door until they jump out, and then once they move a little bit, I will take the container out. So Chicken is out. Waffles is having a hard time. Let me tip it over. So Chicken is already down exploring the bottom level. Okay, and Waffles is out too, so let me take this out and shut the door. So I know it's extremely hard to see because of this wire, but they are already running up and down the ramp, so they definitely have that figured out. Chicken is going crazy over here in the corner with all the bedding, and Waffles is going down there now. I know when I check in literally 5 minutes, it's going to look a wreck, which is why I wanted to film it beforehand. So that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing the gerbils a little bit. Like I said, there will be a couple links down in the description, so if you're interested in the Small Pet Select bedding or any other of their products, I do have an affiliate link so you can save some money and it helps me out a little bit at the same time. And I will also have a link to the Etsy seller in case you're interested in any of these toppers. They are a little bit expensive because they're homemade. I think this one was about $100 plus shipping, so they're a little bit pricey, but since you can't find them anywhere else and I definitely don't have the skill or the patience to make one, I definitely think it's worth it. So make sure to check out those links if you're interested. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.